and make your way to a child's pose. Hips towards your heels, forehead to the mat. Knees can be wide apart with big belly hanging between your thighs, or perhaps you like your knees a little close together, a shelf for your belly, your torso. Whether or not your arms are out in front of you, palms facing down, or perhaps they're long by your sides, palms facing up. Either way, choose bent elbows, soft shoulders, so much that there can be a softness that creeps up the side of your neck, the side of your face. And if your eyes are not closed, then close them. Start to notice your breath. Allowing this observational quality to help you slow down your breath. Longer exhales, using the belly to press out a little more air. Inhales, filling up the space that you made by your exhale. Take this moment to connect with whatever reason or whatever it is that brought you to your mat. The thing that you're practicing, or maybe it's just an idea. Maybe it's an image or a person that you want to dedicate this next hour to. We'll start with a breath together. So using an SH sound, start to squeeze all the air out from your system, making space for the new. Slow inhale through the nose, fill up your body, stretch your skin at the tippy top. Let it go with an HA. This child's pose is always available. And so are those vibrational breaths, although we'll take them together throughout the class. Start to slowly rock your forehead a little side to side. A little massage for that point right between your eyebrows. Spider crawl your fingertips up towards the front of your mat, so much that your elbows and your wrists lift up. You can kind of reach your left hand a little further, right hand a little further. Breathing into the alternate side body. And spread your fingers really wide. Tuck your toes under. Move your hips high, downward facing dog. You could keep your eyes closed and just move it around. Pedal out your feet. Maybe shift your hips from one side to the other. Let your head go. No holding on in the neck. Maybe shake it yes, shake it no. Maybe flutter your lips, a nice little. And clean up the down dog. You'll be here a lot. Glance at your palms, about 6 inches or the skull's width distance between your thumbs. Press away from the mat with your fingertips and your palms, almost like suction cups underneath your hands. Head heavy. Check that your skull could fit between your feet and your knees. Bend your knees a little deeper. Sit your hips a little bit higher, and then let your heels get a little closer to the floor. Inhale your right leg up to hips level. Breathing in and out of your nose, steady as you kick a little bit higher. Bend at the knee, peel it open. Face stays soft as your knee draws circles or rainbows. Massage open that hip. Inhale, re-lengthen your leg, re-level your hips. Exhale, kiss your toes down. Inhale, left leg up. Find that length first, heel pulling away, palms pressing away. And then kick a little higher. Open it up in a way that feels good. Feels like you're opening up pathways for your blood and your prana to move through. Inhale, lengthen your leg long. Exhale, kiss the toes down. Bring your knees down, come into a tabletop position. Take a couple cats and cows here and continue to feel out the body. Inhale, low belly, head and tail peeking up. Exhale, use your belly to round your spine, chin into chest, tail tucking under. Do that a couple of times, just on your own, with that one breath, one movement mentality. All right, find your neutral spine, your flat back. Make sure that it's shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, eyes towards the floor. Slowly extend your right arm forward. Extend your left leg back. Spinal balancing. Notice how you're breathing. Can you keep this equilibrium by continuously pressing the floor away with palm and shin, reaching equally between your fingertips and your back heel. Take an inhale to reach a little higher, kick a little higher. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee, rounded spine. Inhale, extend, get long. Exhale, bring elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, extend. One more time, exhale, elbow to knee. Lengthen out long and then bring your palm down, bring your knee down. Swap it out right away. And your mind may be like, I'm not ready to do the other side yet. Or I didn't like that at all. Maybe you love it. And either way, can you concentrate on the breath moving smoothly through your body, even as this heat builds up? Keep yourself pressing away from the floor. Kick and reach a little bit higher. And then elbow to knee, belly, not momentum. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, get as long as you can. Bring it in. Nice work, everybody. Re-extend yourself. Palm down, knee down. Flutter your lips, go. A few cats, a few cows, and then you'll send your hips up high, revisiting that downward facing dog. This time when you get there, you'll bend your knees, look forward, take some baby steps to your forward fold at the front of the mat. Once you get there, your wrists get a little vacation, so you could maybe roll them out a little bit if that feels good. Sway your torso. Yeah, maybe Melanie, good idea. Grab the back of your neck, help it heavy your head towards the floor. A little bend in your knees, maybe a big bend. Forward fold is always like a mini vacation. Measure 2 fists between your feet, about hips width distance. Inhale for a half lift. Belly creates a flat back. Hands on shins or thighs to press crown of head away from shoulders and hips. Another inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Rise up, standing mountain pose. Biceps frame your face. And again, if you can, close your eyes. Feel for the way breath fills up this new shape. Exhales to feel for the rooting of the edges of your feet. Inhales to lift from the arms, but not from the shoulders. Engage, pulling up on your inner thighs. Tuck the tail a little under. Bring your lowest rib a little closer in towards your hips. Flutter your eyes open. Inhale, look up. Reach up slightly back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Plant your palms. Step back to your upper push-up plank. Pause there. We'll set up this flow. And remember that if breath gets caught or if it feels like your hips are sagging, you can always do this with your knees on the floor. If hips and knees stay lifted, keep your back legs firm, belly firm. Inhale, shift 1 inch forward. Exhale, lower halfway down, elbows tight by the ribs. Inhale, up dog, only tops of feet and palms on the mat. Exhale, hips high, down dog. SH. Inhale from your fingernails to your hips. HA, let it vibrate away. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop, forward fold. Half lift, inhale, exhale to let it go. Inhale through mountain, back bend, weight in the heels, hips slightly forward. Your exhale, your forward fold. Plant your palms, step to your plank. Take yourself through that flow. And then through that modified sun salutation, 1 or 2 or 3 times as a 1 breath, 1 movement. So rather than checking off the boxes, can it be, I wait for the breath to move me? I let my body be where my mind is at every moment of the practice. How can it feel really good? And in the moments when it stops feeling good, notice where your mind is at and bring it back. Really beautiful. Finish whatever round that you're on. Take your time. And eventually we'll meet back in that familiar downward facing dog. When you get there, keep wrapping your armpits in towards each other, staying lifted out of shoulder blades. Pressing so much into those front palms that you bring a little more weight into the legs behind you. Slow down the breath. All right, nice work. From your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg up and back. As you exhale, use the belly, step the foot in between your hands. Keep your back heel lifted. Lift up, high lunge. Knee over ankle in the front, heel over ball of foot in the back. Standing wide enough apart with the feet that your hips feel like they've got the support of your strong legs underneath you. Engage your back glute. Knit your lowest rib in. Soften your face. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, warrior two, back heel down, spread those arms open. Start to open up the hips to the side of the room. Yeah, that knee stays over ankle. Seal the edge of your back foot into the floor. Take one more inhale here. Stretch your armpits to opposite ends of the room. Release, hands to the floor. Step to plank. And enjoy your flow. Nice, Alexandra. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring the foot through quietly. Maybe you take this moment to inch your left foot a little more to the left. Once you feel ready, use the belly to help lift your chest up, lift your torso, high lunge. Smooth out the breath. Find the foundation of your legs. Press the back leg towards the ceiling. Scissor your inner thighs. Stay low, but let your torso lift high off the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. And when your arms open up, it's like this stretching of your chest, your sternum, opening up some space for your lungs, for your heart. Slow things down, maybe even close your eyes. Take another inhale, acknowledge however you're feeling. Exhale, release, hands to the mat. Step back, flow it out, and that's your one breath, one movement. High lunge to warrior two on the right and on the left. As gracefully, as intentionally as you possibly can, knowing that there's nowhere to go and just a whole bunch of stuff to experience. You are the architect of your practice. The creator of your experience. Whenever you get back to down dog, or maybe it's a child's pose, empty your air quietly all the way to the bottom of the belly. Inhale through the nose, straight up through the hips to the ceiling. Take an HM vibrational from the belly. All right, inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. You're gonna dial your back heel down and windmill up to a warrior two, just like you just did. Beautiful. Once you find that stance of your legs, go ahead and straighten your front leg. Turn your toes to face in the same direction, and then turn your left toes to face the back of the room instead. Bend your left knee. You're in warrior two again. Feel equally pressing between your feet. Flip your front palm. Inhale to reach forward, reach up, reversing your warrior. Side body stretch. Breath is more important than how far towards the back of the room you reach. Your backhand presses on a shin or a thigh to keep you low. Look up to your palm. Inhale, stretch it 1 more inch. Exhale to supported side angle. So right forearm on your front thigh, left arm straight up to the ceiling. Or sorry, rather it's left arm on your thigh, right arm to the ceiling. All right, 1 more inhale, open your chest. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, take a flow. And yes, we will eventually turn around. Down dog, bend your knees, look forward. Hop yourself into a forward fold. Enjoy a little moment there, maybe a sway, some sort of release, softening of muscles. Your feet are that hips width distance apart. Find your half lift, elongated flat spine. Exhale to release. And then maybe with a smile on your face, you sit your hips down, you lift your arms up. You're in your favorite, most comfortable chair, but you just can't seem to find it. So you keep sitting low, searching for the cushion, but reach your arms far away so that you don't fall back into nothing. Exhales to root the heels, root the hips. Take another inhale to stretch your fingertips away from your face. Release, forward fold. Flutter. Notice how your breath has changed. Notice how your facial muscles have reacted. And then just as if you were going to be staying in a forward fold, keep that mentality as you sit your hips back, lift your arms up, chair pose. Keep your gaze either focused on something in front of you or close your eyes. And don't avoid a single sensation. If it gets hot, breathe into the fire. Engage your inner thighs, sit a little bit lower, and stay. One more exhale to sit. Inhale, stand up, reach up, back bend, squeeze your glutes, look for your fingers, and release, forward fold. Beautiful. Go ahead, maybe you want to bring your feet a little wider apart. You can interlace your fingers at the small of your back, pressing your palms together and lifting them up towards the ceiling. Maybe you bend one knee, bend the other. Can twist a little side to side. And then reverse the actions of your hands. Bring them to your hips and then down towards the floor. Take some little twists here. So bend your right knee. Place your right hand in between your feet and twist your left arm to the ceiling. Try to keep your hips squared and level. wringing out that lower middle spine so you can roll the chest open. Swap it out, opposite hand down, opposite knee bent, twisting from that same low middle section, helping wrap your left ribs under, right ribs up. And release your hands. Zip your legs up, find that one solid tree trunk underneath you, and before you think too much, just sit into your thunderbolt. Hips down, arms up, palms pressed. Yeah, and whatever you feel, breathe so that nothing gets stuck. Flow with whatever sort of ebb is going on in your mind. Squeeze your thighs together, sit a little lower, and stand up, reach up, back bend. Open your heart to the ceiling. Slow exhale, release, forward fold. Plant your palms, step your feet back, and enjoy a travel through your flow. In your up dog, you could take a little bend in the elbows. It could help you roll the shoulders back. Use the belly to send the hips high. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Gonna sweep up to that warrior two again. So back heel down, arms opening up. Make sure that your feet are a good distance apart before you straighten your front leg. Turn the toes in the same direction. And then you're gonna turn your right toes forward, bend that right knee, land in that warrior two on the other side. Flip that front palm, inhale, reach forward, reach up. Maybe just to that 12 o'clock, stretching straight to the ceiling, which can be perfect, right? Stay low and stacked in the front. Reach the arms so that you actually stretch the skin on the side of your body. Maybe you look to the palm for your last inhale. Exhale, supported side angle, forearm on your thigh. This time your left hand towards the sky. Feel for equal weight between your feet. Last breath, last moment. Release, hands to the mat. Step back to your upper push-up plank, pause. And then do 3 push-ups. Just 3. Firm belly, exhales for the push up, and then take yourself through a slow flow, breath by breath. Amazing. Empty your air. SH, get rid of the work of the stale stuff you've shooken up. Inhale, sweet new breath, cold glass of water. Open mouth, HA. All right. Inhale your left leg up. Yes, left leg. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. All right, bring your left hand inside your left leg. Dial your back heel down. Reach your right arm up for side angle. So if you want to take the supported version like we did before, that's a great way. If you're keeping your hand on the floor, then it's arm against inner thigh, pressing into each other, keeping that hip open. You'll extend your side angle, reaching your arm forward, stretching from your back edge of foot out the leg, out the side body. And if this isn't enough, Lift your other arm up too. Core strengthener. Why not? Just for a minute. Just kidding, just a second. One inhale, reach. Revolve it. You'll bring your right hand down. Your left hand twists up. Maybe you step your back foot a little closer to the front foot, or you could bring your back knee down like you were doing, Erica. That's a great way to do it. Are you breathing? Take one more exhale to twist. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot. Step your back foot forward, maybe a foot, maybe even more, so that we can take this ankle bind. Thread your left arm under your left thigh. Grab the outside of your ankle and then round your spine and heavy your head. Think inhales, middle thoracic reaches up to the ceiling. Exhales to look for your belly button underneath you. Flutter your lips here, soften your jaw. Slowly unwind, step to your plank, take a flow. Good work, everybody. All right, this time it's your right leg. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it on through. Right hand inside the foot, back heel down, left arm up, revisiting side angle on the other side. See if you can tuck your right butt a little bit under so that you can bring right ribs a little under, left ribs more towards the ceiling. Extend your top arm towards the front of the room. And then maybe stay here. Feel for that stretch on the side body. Maybe lift the arm up. Core strengthener. Go for it. You got it. Firm belly, open chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, revolve. Nice. Left hand down, right arm twisting up. Use your back foot to help you keep those hips leveled, right? You never want to steal the twist with your hips. Think inhale, crown of head away from shoulders. Exhale, wring out that low belly one more time. Both hands to the inside of the foot. Step your back foot forward as much as you need to so that you can wrap your right arm underneath your right thigh. Find that ankle. Maybe make that little ankle bracelet with both of your ankles, or both of your hands, rather. Keep breathing. Maybe keep on rounding yourself in. Soften your lips with a soft little. And then unwind, hands down, step it back, flow it out. Reset that one breath, one movement every time you flow. Right. Bend your knees, look forward, take a nice little hop, forward fold. And, you might be a little bit like worried now, like, oh, maybe we're gonna do some twists. Maybe we're gonna do more chairs. Can you just relax into this moment? Let your muscles get a break. Let your brain get a break. Bend your knees. Start to roll up to standing. Let your belly stack your vertebrae. head coming up last. Inhale to shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale to roll them down your back. Do that again. Inhale, tight up and roll it back. All right, it's tree pose. So bring the weight into your right foot. Bring your left foot to the inside of your leg. You can choose inner thigh. You can choose inner shin. You could even put heel on opposite heel. Just don't press against the knee. Once you've got some sort of balance, you could have hands at heart center. Maybe you extend them up, opening your branches. And for many people, the hardest part of balancing is smiling at the same time. And notice if you had like a really serious face about standing on one foot, maybe in the last moments you glance at the ceiling or play around with closing your eyes. That's a fun one. And then bring your hands together, slide them down to your heart, and release your foot. You could shake it out a little if you'd like. And then move on to the other side as you're ready. So weight into your left foot, right foot on the inner leg, that knee opening up to the side of the room so your hip is opening nicely. And there's these little like wiggles and movements of your foot, right? Muscles constantly contracting and releasing to facilitate balance. Press down into your heel, pull up on the leg, maybe tuck the tail a little under. Perhaps you start to extend branches, growing towards the ceiling, and breathing through whatever wind sways you. Perhaps this is easy for you. You could look at the ceiling. You could close your eyes. You might fall, but then on the 100th time, you might just not. Bring those hands back to your heart. Release your leg as you're ready. Maybe shake it out just a little bit. All right, zip your legs together. Inhale, press those palms up above you. Exhale to forward fold. Take a half lift with this one tree trunk solid underneath you. Exhale, release palms down. Step back and take your flow. Beautiful work, everybody. Empty your air. SH, getting emptier than you have, belly button to the ceiling. Inhale, fresh, big breath. Hold it at the top, swirl it. H, Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Back heel down, warrior one, lift your chest. And it's just this, it's just warrior one. How are you breathing? Can you soften your shoulders and keep your back leg active at the same time? Stay low as you inhale to look up, reach back, back bend. Exhale, hands down. Take a flow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Rise for your warrior one on the left. And yeah, it's still knee over ankle. It's still finding that balance of pressing into your back foot so much that your back leg lights up with engagement so that you're not sinking your weight into that front thigh, front hip. Slow things down for 2 breaths. And then inhale, look up, reach back, release, flow. Take that as a 1 breath, 1 movement, and that's going to be the last of our standing series. And your body is open, it's warm. Move as slowly as you need to. Open yourself up for the possibility of something new happening. Even if you've done this 100,000 times before. And when you get back to that downward facing dog, we're gonna go ahead right into the half pigeon. You can inhale your right leg up, bend at the knee, sweep that knee wider than your shoulder so that you start opening up that hip with the external rotation of your inner thigh. Your shin is as parallel to the front of the mat as is accessible for your hip. As you feel ready, you could lower your forearms down to the floor in front of you. Maybe you take some time on your forearms. You know we're in half pigeon, right? I was talking to this guy. Close your eyes. Notice how the mind tries to distract from feeling. Searching for the next thing to satisfy. Inhale into the sensation in your hip, maybe in your shoulders, in your mind. And allow your exhales to roll off your shoulders as if it was actually the weight of the world sliding down away. Maybe you can sink a little deeper by surrendering rather than trying. Let's take a breath together. Inhale down the body, send it where you need it the most. HM to let it vibrate through the skin and out of your body. Maybe take 1 or 2 more vibrational breaths, a physical manifestation of letting energy go, letting tension go. And then when you are ready, you'll start to bring those palms underneath your shoulders, tucking the back toe under, avoid pressure. Take your time as you make your way, perhaps through a flow. Perhaps you do like a leg lift in down dog. You could open up that hip again if you like. Take whatever counter stretch feels good in your body. And when you're ready, the left side is waiting. Inhale, lift the leg, bend the knee, bring that knee wider than your shoulder. And flex your foot to protect those little ligaments in your knee. You want to feel it in that hip, but really not feel it so much in the knee. You can always flip on your back if the knee is not happy with you in this position. And do a little figure 4 stretch. Once you find your middle playground, you lower onto forearms. Maybe onto your forehead. Maybe you rest your forehead on your forearms or even a little fist pillow. Our bodies and our minds have ways of protecting us from things we think we don't want to feel. Maybe because we've learned in the past that we didn't like it. And when you keep watching, keep breathing and letting things move inside you, feelings will shift. Things can open. And maybe you can feel something new. A breath together. Inhale, fill from your nose all the way down to your toes. And especially if you really want to get out of it right away, take another breath and see what happens in the moment that you don't just immediately give in to the desire of comfort. Eventually, your palms come under the shoulders. Tuck that back toe under. And you'll find your way to your final downward facing dog. Taking any scenic routes that you took on the other side or taking a flow. And if you flow, it'll be your last flow of this hour. From downward facing dog, ripple forward to your up or push-up plank position. And as slowly as possible, lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Setting up for that superhuman pose. So extend your arms out long in front of you. Exhale to press your hips into the floor. Inhale to lift everything else up off of the floor. Yeah. And you're using those glutes. You're using the belly to lift your legs, lift your arms. Inhale, lift even your gaze. And release. Nice, Melanie. Bring your right ear to the mat. Maybe bring your hands by your sides. Oh. Toes together. Heels open. Bring your chin back to the mat. This time, interlace fingers at the small of your back like you did before. Zip your legs up together. Exhale, hips into the mat. Inhale, lift yourself up off of the mat and pull your palms so far towards your toes that your heart ripples up towards the front of the room. Inhale, lift, kick, lift. Exhale, release. Opposite ear to the floor. Toes together, heels open. Allowing those lower back muscles to soften. Maybe you can even hear your heartbeat in the floor. Palms underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up to standing on your knees for the largest back bend of this class, the Camel Pose. Knees or hips width distance apart. Take a few breaths, orient yourself to standing once more. Hands to your lower back. Seal the edges of your pinkies together and reach your elbows towards each other, opening up the chest. Eyes open, mouth closed as you start to look up, opening the neck up. Keeping the hips over the knees as you start to lift the chest, rounding back. Perhaps you grab for your ankles or your heels, using that as a way to keep pressing more space for the front side of your body. Breathing in and out of the nose, soft, small breaths. If your hands have left, bring them back to your low spine and hips. Use the belly to round yourself up and settle your hips down on your heels. Close your eyes. Let your hands fall open in your lap. And notice whatever comes up. Thank your body for its amazing ability to move and practice in this way. For your body's ability to heal itself, to change and to grow. Take a big belly breath in. Sigh it out. All right, eyes open. Scoot your hips to one side so you can extend your legs. We'll just take a little bit of a counter stretch here. Seated forward fold. Flex your toes towards your face. Your knees could be bent if you'd like. Inhale to reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale to fold yourself forward. You can grab onto your feet. Maybe you get to start pressing your heels a little more forward, straightening out those legs over time. Think inhales, lengthen. And exhales to bend at the elbows and pull your torso closer to the panini of your legs. And then release. Bring yourself all the way back up. Bend your knees, scoot your hips forward. Come into your boat pose here. Shins parallel to the mat. Extend your arms out in front of you. We're just gonna lower and lengthen. And then use the belly, bring yourself back up. Do it again, lower, lengthen, psoas muscles working, bring it all back up. Lower and lengthen. Lift it back up. Lower. Lengthen, scissor kick your legs. You've got it. Biceps by the ears for 3, for 2, for 7, 8. No, I'm kidding. Let it go. Knees into your chest. One big hug for you here. Wrap your arms around yourself. Maybe make little circles with your knees to kind of massage that back area. If you'd like to take a happy baby here, that'll be your last pose before Savasana. So you could bend those knees, grab a foot with each hand, press the heels up towards the ceiling as you pull your knees down with your biceps. Our final breath will be a lion's breath together. Inhale to squeeze your face really, really tight. Exhale, tongue out, eyes open. Yeah, Kathleen. Release. Final Savasana. Let your feet find a corner of their own. Let your palms be receptive and open. Let your eyes be closed. And there's nothing else to do. You are perfect exactly as you are. Be so much at peace with that it feels like your body could melt into a puddle in the floor. I'm gonna read a quote. I'll put a link in the chat for any donations that you could afford. It's $12 suggestion. And as you know, there is never a floor or a ceiling. And that what you give truly does keep this yoga accessible to everyone. Keeps this community going. Share with your friends, share on social media. Every little bit helps. Teacher training is starting this Friday. If that makes your heart leap a little bit, please ask us about it. Check out the website or just do it, because now seems like a good time to learn more about yourself. This quote is by Victor Hugo. Have courage for the great sorrows of life and patience for the small ones. And when you have laboriously accomplished your daily task, go to sleep in peace. God is awake. Feel free to stay in your Savasana. Or maybe you start to deepen your breath here. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe take a stretch, arms overhead. And you could bring your knees into your chest, come into a little ball and roll to one side. Using your hands against the floor to press yourself up to seated. Thank you all so much for your practice. Thank you for sharing it with us. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Namaste.